Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. So the NBA preseason starts tomorrow, man. We got the Lakers. We got the Brooklyn Nets. We got Cam Thomas versus Malik Monk. Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good, man. But with that being said, entering the NBA season, we all have, kind of like goals for our team. And chances are those goals will not be reached unless everybody is playing good. Which brings us to today's video, man. Every NBA team's biggest X factor, like literally the guy that can make the difference, make it or break it type of thing for your favorite NBA team. Or maybe it'll be the X factor in losing and you get the number one pick in the draft. Detroit basketball, man. Let's go ahead and get going on this, guys. Also, I do plan on doing a lot of reactions to games, to highlight reaction, everything like that, man. So subscribe to the channel and everything. So let's go and get going on this. The first thing we have is DeAndre Hunter of the Atlanta Hawks. Agree with this 100%, man. Last season to start the year, this dude was absolutely balling out. He can get 17 points, playing some defense, grabbing some rebounds, everything like that. A former, top 5 pick or whatever it was. I really like his game a lot, man. Just gotta stay healthy. But DeAndre Hunter, he is like that glue guy for the Hawks. They go as far as DeAndre Hunter is willing to go with them. Next up, we got the Boston Celtics, Robert Williams. Yeah, definitely gonna be a solid player next year. I'm expecting something like 14 points, 11 rebounds, 2 blocks per game. That's kind of what I'm feeling for Robert Williams next year. I really hope that Al Horford doesn't take away too many of his minutes or nothing like that, but really look forward to see what he can do for the Celtics. Next up, we got Blake Griffin for the Brooklyn Nets. So yeah, obviously an entire offseason with the team. Blake Griffin being healthy, obviously Blake Griffin has a more diminished role with the Brooklyn Nets, but we all know that, in spurts and everything like that, Blake Griffin is still a really good basketball player, all things considered. So yeah. Next up, we got Charlotte Hornets with Kelly Oubre. So the Hornets, I have no idea what their rotation is even going to be because I guess Oubre can play the 2 spot. But I mean, they got Oubre, they got, PJ, they got Gordon Hayward, they got Miles Bridges. I have no idea how all those guys are going to get, appropriate minutes and appropriate touches and everything like that, man. But Kelly Oubre, a few seasons ago on the Phoenix Suns, he was a nearly 20-point per game scorer. Obviously didn't play as good with the Warriors, but can still be something, I think, given the right role. Next up, we have Patrick Williams, the Chicago Bulls. Yeah, for sure. We know we're going to get it from Vucevic, DeRozan, Lonzo, Zach LaVine. The final guy in that, starting 5 is Patrick Williams. So, as far as him, breaking out and becoming, a near all-star player, I don't know if we'll see that right away because he does have a lot of vets in front of him and everything. But if he can, play defense, be efficient, and kind of be that energy guy, it's going to be a really good thing for the Bulls next season. Or this season, I guess. It's technically this season right now, right, man? I guess tomorrow would be this season. I don't know. Next up, we got Darius Garland of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Definitely going to be a candidate for most improved player. I think this kid's just ready to go. He's got so many, great new pieces around him, too. Obviously, having Jaren Allen on the team now, but also you add on the draft pick of Evan Mobley. Colin Sexton, I think, is extremely underrated. So, yeah, man, it's going to be fun to watch Darius next season for the Cavs. This season, damn it. Kristaps Porzingis for the Dallas Mavericks. For me, this don't even matter until the playoffs, man. We all know regular season Kristaps is going to put up his numbers come playoff time. Though, Killian Hayes sighting, man. There we go. We got to see Kristaps do it in the playoffs, though. That's what it has to be, man. And we got to see good attitude from him and everything. Next up, we got Michael Porter Jr. of the Denver Nuggets. Is absolutely going to need to be him being the X Factor. He's going to need to be that third scoring superstar, or not superstar, all-star type of option for the Denver Nuggets with them having, Jamal Murray going to be back and everything and having Jokic. Michael Porter just got himself a huge, huge extension and everything. So, yeah, I think he's going to live up to it, though, man. I really think he's going to. We got the Detroit Pistons with Killian Hayes. This one times the billion. By the way, over on my main channel, Crispy Flakes, I did a reaction to Ben Simmons trade rumors to the Detroit Pistons. So I did talk a little bit about Killian in that video. But yeah, man, like Killian Hayes, I know defensively and playmaking-wise, he's going to be good. We saw that towards the end of last season. You probably didn't because not a lot of people were watching Piston games, but still. But the offense needs to come together for this to work with Cade. It needs to. There's no, just coming along slowly. It needs to happen this upcoming season. We need to see at least, good flashes of it, right? The potential at least, right? Next up, we got Jordan Poole for the Golden State Warriors. Yup, So the Warriors are one of my sleeper teams, if you want to say that. It's not really a sleeper team to win the NBA championship. Obviously not getting Clay back till around December, actually I guess close to January, means that Jordan Poole is going to have an uptick in his minutes, and we don't really know what's going on with Wiggins too. So Jordan Poole needs to play amazing. And for this Warriors team, because obviously the NBA is really deep, so like you can't really afford to even have like a slow start to the season. Next up, we do have Kevin Porter Jr. for the Houston Rockets. A lot of it is going to come down to how he can handle the point guard role, assuming he ends up being the starting point guard. I have no idea what happened with John Wall, by the way, but Kevin Porter played some point guard last season, so, you know, there's a difference between being a point guard and being able to play point guard. I think he needs to be able to be a point guard. Because, like, you look at somebody like Justice Winslow a few seasons ago on the Miami Heat. Like, there was times where he played point guard, looked really cool, but didn't really stick long term. So, Kevin Porter, if he can transition into that type of role, it will be great for the Rockets if be successful at it playing with Jalen Green. We got TJ Warren of the Indiana Pacers. Yeah, I have no doubt TJ Warren, if he can stay healthy, will be good next season. We saw Bubble Warren a few seasons ago. He was amazing last year, struggled with injuries, but we all know when healthy can be an 18 to 20 point per game score. Easy, man. Next up, we got Eric Bledsoe of the LA Clippers, his former team. So, yes, Eric Bledsoe definitely was not a good fit on the Pelicans. He wasn't even, like, great with the Milwaukee Bucks, but now he has a chance to prove himself again in the NBA. And Kawhi is going to be out for a very long time, so he needs to step up. Like, he needs to be like that second guy or third guy to Paul George out there, right, man? Like, it just has to be that way. So, we'll see, though, how far Eric Bledsoe. I would much rather see maybe like a Terrence Mann or even my dude like Luke Kennard, man, you know, as the X factor. But Eric Bledsoe, we'll see what he can bring as a vet. We got Russell Westbrook for the Los Angeles Lakers. Definitely, man, because, you know, plus minus wise, Russell Westbrook's been known to not always be the greatest around certain teammates. For example, Bradley Beal. It just didn't really work. So, man, it's going to be fun to watch. Like the Lakers, I always feel like almost like, I don't know what the word is, man. Almost like dirty when I'm like, I'm really excited to see like the Lakers play. Because, you know, the Lakers are always like that team that just get like the superstar talent and stuff like that, man. But I'm just like, I'm really excited to watch the Lakers this year. So I'm embracing it. Next up, we got Jaren Jackson Jr. for the Memphis Grizzlies. Yeah, Jaren Jackson, I believe he got a max extension, didn't he? I believe so. A guy that struggled with injuries early on in his NBA career, but when we see him play, the team's great, and John Morant's going to need him to be that, you know, star caliber player, which I know he can be. I just hope it's not a case that he's like the next great big guy that never really got to prove himself because of injuries. We got Tyler Hero of the Miami Heat. Yeah, over on the main channel, Crispy Flakes, I did Miami Heat Rebuild, and like Tyler Hero probably is going to start as the sixth man for the Heat this season. He's going to be playing probably a backup point guard and shooting guard. And, yeah, he's going to be asked to probably play 28 to 30 minutes a game and really handle some of those, duties as a sixth man. So he's got to be able to do it. Next up, we got Semi Ojeleye of the Milwaukee Bucks. I've seen this dude make like some corner threes on the Celtics, so maybe he'll be like the new PJ Tucker. There we go. We got Jaden McDaniels for the Minnesota Timberwolves. So, you know, offensively speaking, I have no doubt in Jaden being able to be like a three-level type of scorer. But if he's playing that four spot, he needs to bring some good defense. Like, you know, the offense is great, make your open shots, but bring that hustle on defense, and you can help take this T-Wolves team to the next level. Next up, we got Brandon Ingram of the Pelicans. I suppose is an X factor. I would more so say Jonas Valanciunas or even Devontae Graham, because like Ingram, I have no doubt is going to put up his numbers. Him and Zion are great players, but who's going to be that third guy? It could be Devontae or Valanciunas, so I would more so go that route, personally speaking. We got RJ Barrett of the New York Knicks, one of the most underrated players in the NBA. This guy was not even listed on ESPN's top 100 players. I have no idea why. In his 2 seasons, he's improved. This third season, I expect him to do even better. Yeah, I don't really get it I don't really get the RJ Barrett hate or nothing like that. Even as like an X factor, like he just is who he is, and that's a good basketball player, man. But yeah, he definitely can still continue to improve and take that next jump. We got Darius Bazley of the OKC Thunder. Yeah, I know a lot of OKC guys are really high about this guy right here. For me personally, I'm going to go with my dude Pokuševski, who I've been labeling as a dude that I think can win most improved player, although he's only going to be in his second year, so I don't know if that's going to be the case. But either case, like, you know, Darius Bazley, Pokuševski, like seeing these guys that are these young players embrace the opportunity to improve and show those flashes of greatness is the X factor overall for the OKC Thunder. We have Jalen Suggs for the Orlando Magic. Weird situation with the Magic right now, as they do have quite a bit of point guards on the team. You know, guys that can obviously also play the 2 spot, but that being Jalen, Markelle, RJ Hampton, Cole Anthony. So, you know, as a rookie point guard going into that type of situation where you're not exactly sure like how your role is going to fit with the team could be a little weird. But also, we all know that Jalen Suggs was, a top player in the draft class, so he's going to prove himself, man, to be that. We got Ben Simmons of the 76ers. He might not even be there, man. So, yeah, I guess, like, X factor on where he gets traded to, right? Jalen Smith of the Phoenix Suns. This one's actually pretty interesting. Just because I feel like Jalen, like, he should be given a little bit of a larger role next season. I mean, they did bring on JaVale McGee, but, Dario Saric is out and everything, so it's like, maybe he'll get more of a role. I'm curious what he can bring. I have no idea what to even think of Jalen Smith. Suns fans, let me know what y'all think about him in the comment section below. Let's go ahead. Averages of 16 points and 13 rebounds. Looks so far from being a lost cause. Was that like, oh, that was in Vegas. Okay. We got Nazir Little for the Portland Trailblazers. He still has an opportunity to end up being a really good defensive player that hopefully can develop to be like a 3-and-D type of guy, but we haven't really seen it yet, have we? Have not really seen it yet. We got Marvin Bagley and the Sacramento Kings. Yeah, man, like, the Kings, they have a decent team, but as far as beyond that, they don't have too much going for them in the short term. Like, they got some nice pieces, don't get me wrong, man, but, like, Marvin Bagley, as far as, like, having the opportunity to, affect a team and just have your shots, like, it's on the Kings. I don't know, man, like, I feel like there's some lost opportunity happening right now. I really hope that they can work things out. We got Keldon Johnson to the Spurs. Yeah, definitely a breakout player next season, man. Also on my list of most improved players. Like, obviously, I know only one guy can win it, but, breakout guys, that type of thing is what I mean. Usually what I mean by most improved. Precious Achiuwa for the Toronto Raptors. I actually forgot he was even on the team here, man. Because right now they got Ken Birch. Precious Achiuwa can definitely be like a bundle of energy. He had a good start to the Heat last season, and it kind of fizzled out as things went along. But, the opportunities there. I think Chris Boucher is more of a 4, so Precious Achiuwa should get some minutes as a backup center. Let's go ahead and go with Mike Conley of the Utah Jazz. I don't really think he's an X factor. The dude was an all-star last year, so like he is who he is. I don't really know if he's an X factor. I think he's just going to be a good serviceable point guard again. Then we got Dinwiddie for the Washington Wizards. I'm more so going to go with, that's actually a good one, because Dinwiddie could either be the guy that was signed to be like a 6-man point guard for the Nets, or he could be the guy that, when Kyrie was out with injury, was averaging 21 and 7. So if he can be that, the Washington Wizards are going to be a really good place here, man. But, what do you guys all think about this list? Do you agree with these X factors? Who's your personal favorite team's X factor in your opinion? That's all we got for this video, man. Like I said, NBA preseason going to be starting up, so a lot more like video reactions, not so many articles and stuff. But thank you guys all so much for watching. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace out, my friends.